Okay, so hi guys. I was contemplating at cafe what my blog should be on today, and then I decided what it should be on. And I was typing, and I'm sorry also for the people who had watched the Does Your Mother Know film clip that I made. It was my first and probably my last attempt at drag. Yeah, it wasn't too good. But yeah, so while I was in the cafe, I was thinking, and I had my laptop out. I was thinking about how important loyalty is in our everyday lives, and even in our relationships and friendships that we have, and even our family lives and community lives. So yeah, I'll just start on what I wrote down on my laptop whilst I was thinking, and I think like oftentimes we think of very strongholds in a negative sense, but I believe we can build good strongholds into our lives that will hold us secure and steady throughout our whole life. Whether doing family together or being a community or being boyfriends or girlfriends or whatever. But yeah, I believe loyalty is one big key stronghold. At a glance, really, I think loyalty and faithfulness are the same, but there actually is a subtle difference. Loyalty in many ways is felt, whereas the essence of faithfulness is actually being active. By definition, which I love definitions, and by definition, loyalty is the feeling of devotion, attachment, and duty. The definition of faithfulness is to be consistently trustworthy and loyal to a person, a promise, or a duty. So here are a handful of thoughts that I thought of. Loyalty is heartfelt, faithfulness is active. So for example, I love my family of 20 years. My family and loyalty towards them is always heartfelt. Therefore, I'll be faithful, which is an active choice, and be honest to them all the time. If a challenge presents itself within our family, then I, out of faithfulness, will choose to be active in finding wisdom and answers to negotiate the many bends and curves of doing life together as a family. I believe that loyalty and faithfulness are the very essence of everyone's characters, and our heartfelt warmth by others and a loyal, welcoming spirit is what draws our friends to us and our family and allows us to form better friendships, relationships, or better family life. You know, as a gay man, I seek to be loyal to all my friends, families, and even a partner. My love and appreciation for my friends is always heartfelt, so therefore, I'll be faithful towards them. I won't break their confidence, I will never take advantage of them, or become familiar with our friendships. Loyalty and faithfulness are wonderful qualities to cultivate in everyone's lives. I believe loyalty has its origin, and with that being said, it's therefore to make sense to look at each other for a true message, an example of loyalty. I believe when we ignite our soul and our welcoming energy, it comes alive and begins to find expression within our body and within our personality. And our responsibility then is to build upon the revelation of it, and through our day-to-day life, show how loyal we can be to each other. Life is short, and so it's important to be well-grounded and loyal in everything we choose to do by doing family life, community life, and relationships together. And I believe loyalty is learned. Like, we all live in a world that is desensitized to the human heart, which is basically, if it feels good, do it. And it isn't, sadly, that the consequences of such a shallow philosophy often ends in tragedy, and I hope that together we can see a generation of gay men and women emerge who can example correct responses to a generation in many ways void of example. Like the generation at the moment, half of them think it's okay to have unprotected barebacking sex, and think that there's no risks attached, but they fail to see doing unprotected sex is actually putting them at a big risk, and also putting other people at risk, which is even more dangerous. And I challenge you to be living, breathing example of loyalty and faithfulness to everyone that you meet. Loyalty is a stance. It counts the cost, it pays the price, and it isn't easily swayed. It confronts us, if need be, and doesn't abdicate for easier option. Individuals, families, communities, and businesses that build these qualities into the fabric of who they are usually marked with success. Loyalty defends what is precious and extremely attractive. Loyalty always defends what is precious and close to the heart. Loyalty in the gay community, I know, is hard to come by, but the ones that are loyal to everything they put their heart to become well play in life and have a lot of great qualities and attract many people to them and attract a lot of friendships and relationships. And finally, loyalty tells a wonderful story. Without these wonderful qualities of loyalty and faithfulness, there is every chance that a generation won't hang around long enough to tell another generation of anything that is good for them and what isn't. And you know what? I feel the government hasn't been loyal to its people. And it's now 2011 and gay marriage is still not being allowed. And our current Prime Minister, who is not religious and is in a heterosexual, unmarried relationship, is still not willing to move on the rules about gay marriage. I feel that they don't want to be loyal to the gay community, and they don't want to be really loyal to Australia, and really they just are discriminating us. They say they're all for equality, but not giving gay marriage rights. I think that is therefore being a hypocrite by saying we're all for equality, but we're not willing to move on gay marriage. So I feel they are a bit hypocritical at times. But yeah, I hope this year has been, so far, has been a magnificent year for all of you guys. And together we have an opportunity to impact and influence our nation as never before. Let's continue to build strongholds into our lives, and let's commit to being part of the change in our nation and our community through being active and even supporting the gay marriage for equality. And maybe even going and doing something that really shows your true personality and shows who you are, and really shows that you're proud of who you are and you're not willing to back down. And I believe when we're like that and we actually have a welcoming spirit like that, that then we will actually be attracting others and we have loyalty built into our stronghold lives. Alright, take care guys. See you later.